God. Somebody say ouch if you can't say amen. You've been trying to help somebody, but you can't help nobody that won't help themselves. Before you can help them, you got to help you. Are you with me? And so Abraham left and went to a place that he had never been. The sleepless nights will come when you start depending on God. It's an adjustment to get used to walking by faith and not walking by sight. But David told me to tell you before I sit down, I've been young and now I'm old. Can anybody in here testify? I've never seen the righteous forsaken. I've never seen his seed begging for bread. You got a story? I got a story. Now Levi got a story. And somebody in your house need a story. You need to open up the window so that God can pour out a blessing. You need to move yourself out of the equation and obey God rather than obey man. I was mad with my daddy. I went to San Diego to play football. My daddy told me, Junior, when you leave, I'm breaking your plate. I was mad with my daddy. I hope you get it. We paying tickets. We getting you out of trouble. It's time for you to make it, son. Been taking you to church since you were a little boy. Let me share with you before I close. Did you know you can bring your child to church and all they get to know is Pastor Monroe? They never get to know Jesus. I wish I had a witness. I knew Pastor Sanders. I knew Pastor Perry. I knew Pastor Lehman. Y'all ain't listening. I knew Pastor Monroe. But as long as mama and daddy were taking care of everything, I didn't know Jesus. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor in the way of the sinner, nor in the seat of the scornful. But until your delight becomes the law of the Lord, till you get in a position where you got to meditate on it both day and night, you won't become a tree, you'll be under. That's why so many of our children are on the corner, under the tree, because they ain't met the Lord yet. The Lord wants to move us by faith from under the tree and plant us like a tree whose fruit comes forth in season. And when the season is right, it may not be what you want it to be, but when Abraham got where God was taking him, he discovered a new city. When Abraham walked by faith, God gave him a new name. When Abraham walked by faith, God moved his family's stumbling blocks and gave him the confidence in God. Because when Abraham needed somebody to step in, when his son was on the altar, God put a ram in the bush. I wish I had a witness here. And if you walk by faith, he may not come when you want him to. But one Friday evening on a hill called Calvary, God put a ram in the bush for you and I. And just about the time we were ready to give up, Jesus was hung up for our hang-ups. He was wounded for our transgressions, and by our stripes he was healed. I'm gonna walk by faith. I'm gonna live by faith. I'm gonna talk by faith. I'm gonna trust in the Lord and never doubt, because I know the God I serve. He will. He will. He will. Won't he bring you out? Won't he make your way straight? Won't he open doors for you? Won't he give you strength? to say no when you want to say yes. Won't it give you strength to cut the cord and make the baby walk? Won't it give you strength to stir the nest and let the little eaglets develop their own wings?